It's the day after the birthday celebration. I forget how my birthday celebration ended. It ended with me and
The last thing that happened was Roz being like, "Oh shit, I never got a tuna melt."
mhm.
It ends on that like joke.
It ends on a goofy ass note.
Yep. So like the next morning after Roz's 13th birthday is May 1st, and it's a Sunday, and Bobby and Roz don't have school that day. They typically don't see Karina's on Sunday because she usually goes off and does things with her pets, takes them to the park, walks them around, gets herself ready for the week. Sunday's like a Karina day. Typically on Sundays, Bobby and Roz hang out and do their own thing, and at this point, I'd say it's about like 11. Like they've been sleeping in pretty steadily. I mean, like Roz got woken up the day before by getting thrown out of his bed as like a birthday surprise from Alexei, which I'm pretty sure was Alex's only birthday present to Roz.
Yeah, chucking me into a wall.
Um,
Oh, for real?
which when you
There's clear favoritism.
which when you
Yeah.
so yeah, they're both just kind of sleeping, and it's a Sunday morning, and I'll let you guys push the ball forward.
Morning, Bobby.
Morning, buddy. What are you doing today?
I was thinking of continuing to study the maps and go through the tunnels. I have a couple areas I wanted to coat in paintings, and I also wanted to see if there was a. I saw something helpful on a route, but I'm not sure if it'll dead end like the last couple have.
Oh, like, what do you mean helpful?
Well, it looked like there was a route for a maintenance hatch, but
Ooh.
I'm just not sure because the files I have are like all the maps I could find were kind of archaic, and they've built new systems over top of it. It's like I'm navigating a whole secondary city.
Well, that sounds fun.
Yeah, I mean it could be pretty fun. The Smash Ball gear too that we haven't played with.
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot. Where do we go again? Always smashing it?
Yeah, we went to Always Smashing It yesterday.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you guys bought some cromblers, some practice cromblers, and a couple other items. I think there was a chucker and maybe maybe some like 3-use Megasonic gloves.
Fucking Megasonic gloves.
The Mega Sonic gloves are hilarious.
So I feel like we should just throw all the Smash Ball shit in a backpack and go do the tunnels. And if we have time, we can do some Smash Ball shit.
Yeah, cool.
Or we can fuck around down there.
Oh, well, I have these. My shoes turned into rollerblades. Would that give us a semblance of what Smash Ball is like? Because I know Smash Ball is free floating, but would it help to be moving faster?
Probably.
We could get you some blades.
Oh, I love some rollerblades. I'm looking for a helmet too. Like,
Well, you got
I
one
need a helmet at some point.
from Vasily, didn't you?
Yeah, it's a
I don't think I
seahorse.
did. Oh, I did?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you were
you're
wearing
right.
it out in the jungle.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I turned my sliver off. I'm like, so I'm gonna bring my secondary mask. I know that Darren had one delivered here, but his he never wore it because he got yeeted out of the castle, out of the town. I don't know if your heads are the same size.
It's a little bit tight, but it'll do.
I think his mask, if I remember correctly, was something like demented, wasn't it?
Aaron's was like it was like a Amber Goblin.
Yeah, he got the Amber Goblin for. Did he get that for his main one or his secondary one? Because I got the
His
noise.
main one was a gorilla.
Okay, yeah. So his Amber Goblin mask is in his room, I guess. I grabbed my noise suit mask and put it on, and I'm like, "Isn't this crazy looking? It looks like branches."
Yeah, as Bobby looks over at Roz's mask, he essentially just sees this like mass of metal branches sticking up out of the neck with like no head shape, no eyeballs, nothing.
It just sort of connects. And I think what was it? I think we were gonna make an upper torso part. Is there a way I could have made a jacket that was just branches that I've collected and spray painted silver to match?
Um, yeah, I mean, roll. Yeah, I would say so. You've had plenty of time
Yeah.
to do that kind of shit now. Like, there's not a super lot of trees in Odessa, so you would basically have to be like looking for branches in the park.
Okay.
Which there's a high garden park, and there is a. That's pretty much it. There's just like one massive, big, fancy kind of sort of like Central Park.
Well,
up-
with
up
what
in
I was
High
thinking,
City.
it really is like just twigs and stuff. So I'd only need a couple branches, and I'd break them into small pieces, and then clump them and attach them to a jacket.
Okay, I mean,
So-
yeah, I would say that you've found enough to do something like that. Describe how you do it.
So he early on when he first started traveling down there, in order to protect his identity so he didn't get in trouble, he would he got another like bomber jacket and just covered the sleeves and upper torso with branches using just epoxy and and a spray adhesive, and then he spray painted the whole upper torso silver, and then the lower half is black. It's just solid black. It's the material that the coat was, but it's essentially just the arms and the chest area are covered in branches, because covered in like twigs and like little pieces of branch and wood that has been sprayed on and stuck in like little spikes.
And he's gonna wear this out in public.
Yeah, why not? I mean, he's wearing a mask. No one knows what he looks like.
They're gonna know what to look for if you wear it in public before we go incognito. What's that silver tree?
his assassin ear is the most obnoxiously loud looking object it could be.
Yeah,
Um,
love it.
So,
Do
Rod.
you think I need?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask if Roz thought I needed assassin.
well,
Gear.
we have Darren's Amber Goblin mask. You could wear your armor. I don't know.
Describe the mask. Is it literally like
It's
a
the Amber
Halloween
Goblin
mask?
phase.
No, it's like a metal space helmet.
Mhm.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, and like the bottom of it is just like teeth, and then like there's these like creepy eyes, and then these like ears that like stick back.
Yeah, I use it because it filters out the air, and I'm going down into the base, and down into sewage and pipelines, and most of it is just so I could spray paint without passing out on fumes. Really,
Right. Okay.
actually, I like to imagine that it used to be pristine and silver, and as he's spray painted in this coat and this mask, it's just got flecks of like neon colors all over it too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Um,
as they leave their apartment to head, I mean, it's in. Do you use the same kind of try to entrance to in the junkyard?
yeah, that's the main entrance I've been using.
Okay. So it doesn't take long. I mean, like Roz and Bobby basically get from.
It's like across the street too, so it's been the easiest.
I think it's like 10, 10, 15 minutes max, maybe, because it's near Goldie's Diner, and Goldie's Diner was 10 minutes away.
Oh, I thought Goldie's Diner was like right across the street from our house.
No. It's Lowtown is a city. I mean, there's like
Okay, yeah.
There's like
I just thought we were staying in one borough.
no. I mean, there's probably like fucking 75,000 people that live in Lowtown or more.
Perfect.
So it's a lot.
Good. We're staying incognito.
Yeah, this is not a little colony. So I would say go ahead and roll a mobility to try to get to the junkyard without being seen by any like patrolling street officers with your like weird ass looking outfits.
And my roller wheelies, do they help me with mobility?
Yeah, but they don't help Bobby.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I think I need to roll empathy as well for my nightmare
Yes.
situation.
Your depression. Now, Bobby wakes up the day after Roz's birthday feeling down. Like, just not great. Like, he's... You know, they celebrated the group's first birthday. Darren wasn't there. You know, Nux wasn't there. It's just not... I mean, like, yeah, it was tight that they went to that art museum and that Bobby got to pick up some Smash Ball stuff. But, like, he just woke up today feeling like kind of, like, eh.
Okay, yeah. So
Tuna juice.
Yeah,
I think that changes reframes everything from like Raz noticing that Bobby was down and asking if he wanted to join him today.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, you guys do successfully make it from your apartment to the junkyard and successfully enter the sewers.
Without being seen in our crazy outfits?
Yes, without being seen in your crazy outfits, which we'll say, describe how you guys, like, snuck there through the alleys and shit.
Well, because Lowtown is Lowtown, I figure it is a little bit overcast at all times, just from the towering buildings and Hightown being above it, casting shadows down. So it becomes a lot less problematic for reflective surfaces moving around, because there's no light really hitting it.
Right.
So I like Raz is just sort of like skating, like he's popped his little wheelies and he's just darting between alleyways on a route that he's been using for most of this.
And Bobby's just fucking like sprinting at the top of his lungs trying to keep up.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm probably huffing and puffing with my bag full of Smash Ball shit.
Oh yeah, that's right. He brought his stuff.
Yeah. We brought Smash Ball stuff and graffiti stuff, so we're fully loaded up. And I'm assuming our Brian, do we have duffel bags essentially of gear that we're carrying with us?
I mean, you must.
Yeah, like sports bags.
You have to, basically.
I think I don't think we got that much stuff, did we?
Well, I mean, I have my spray paint gear too, so I assume we have one bag of Smash Ball gear and one bag of graffiti gear.
Yeah, probably so.
I mean, that's what I was picturing. Is like Ross grabbed all of his fucking art shit, and Bobby grabbed his bag of Smash Ball stuff.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think so.
So then, I'm going to say that because Bobby was trying to keep up with Roz and he was carrying all that shit and he hasn't eaten or drank today, both of you are dehydrated, but Bobby's dehydrated and exhausted. And both of you are also starving.
Wait, why are we starving?
Because
we've never
you
eaten?
had breakfast today.
I don't know. All right.
You guys just like woke up, saw each other, and you were like, we're going to go fucking do shit! Like...
Is there a bodega on the way?
I mean, there's Goldie's Diner.
Yeah, let's just stop and get something to eat. Have a 10 minutes into our run, Rez is like...
So we're definitely
I'm
seen
hungry.
in this weird-ass gear.
Rez takes off his mask. He's like, at least now it's just a goofy coat.
So as you guys walk in...
I'll leave mine on.
Okay. So as you guys walk in to Goldie's Diner, I mean, it's like 10:15 in the morning. There's a pretty solid group of people in there. I would say, I don't know, probably like 8 or 9 customers, and there's the typical waitress that you guys see walking around taking orders.
We sit down at. Is it a wait to be seated or is it a seat?
No, it's a take a seat type thing. Like you can either
All right.
sit down at the bar or you can sit down at one of the tables.
Let's do a bar. Let's be.
Yeah,
a
I'm
bar.
down.
All right.
That sounds good.
So as the Goldie's Diner waitress sees you guys, she recognizes Roz because this is his third time here, so he's basically a fucking regular. She sees him and she's like, "Oh, hey, honey, how you doing? You ready for your tuna melt?"
Today, I think I'm gonna do a breakfast burrito.
She's like, "Ooh, what do you want to put in that?"
I would like to put in eggs, bacon, cheese, and the ribeye slices that you use for your Philly cheesesteaks.
I love those ribeye slices.
It's the best. Thank you.
Anything to drink?
I would. Could I have? It's 10 a.m. So I think it's. I would like a dreamsicle milkshake, please.
Of course. And then she looks over at you and she goes, "What about you, sweet thing?"
I'm just gonna get a breakfast sandwich on a croissant.
She's like,
Scrambled eggs, some bacon, please.
she goes, "All right. Anything to drink?"
Just some orange juice.
She goes, "Coming right up," and then like puts a little disc down on the bar, and like as you guys wave your slivers over the disc, it like pays.
Awesome.
So you're basically sitting there. It doesn't take too long for her to bring the food out. The food's delicious.
I think I turned to him. I'm like, how crazy was it that we got to have a weird? I've never had a birthday, so was that a normal birthday? Is that how they're supposed to be?
I think so, for the most part. I mean, it's all about just doing what the other person really wants to do.
What do you
they
think
really
you're gonna
like,
do
and-
for your birthday?
I hope that I get to play some Smash Ball, man.
That'd be
That's all I
awesome.
really want to do. Hang out with my buddies, maybe eat some good food. They have these pretzels at the concession stand that I really like, and all kinds of really good candy at the stadium.
So after
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys finish eating your breakfast, you kind of head down to the junkyard. And when you get there, you see, just like every other time that Roz has been here so far since the incident, like there's nobody there. I mean, it's just kind of an empty thing. The furnaces are shut down. The trash compactor's not even working. The central office area is just still mostly exploded from Roz's grenade and or Darren's grenade, and there's like sort of security tape like up around the area, like blocking you from getting in. Like even the gates have been like chain link locked.
Okay, yeah. So like I would just go through the bit of fence that is messed up that allows us through the gate,
Yeah, you guys just you just hop the fence.
and we lower in to the tunnel system.
And as you get down into the tunnel system, you pretty much like kind of map. Well, you've made your way through. Hold on.
I like the idea that Raz has drawn like markings that have guided him through the area. So there's like a tunnel system of lines that now that are different colors, going different directions as he's explored.
Look at all these.
Make your own like metro system map.
Yeah, it's basically a metro system map that he's basically drawn. Like it's like laying string, but he's just spray painting it on the wall or drawing it with a marker. So it's just
Nice.
evenly marked. He's mapped out areas back down here with just lines of color. The red line is the one that leads to where Commander Haas gave us that ultimatum, and where Nux killed himself. And then there's like a green line that like has an ending point in a dead end. There's just a series of colors that just haven't quite panned out the way that he hoped they would, because they reached tunnels that he couldn't get access to because the doors were welded shut and he didn't have the tools to break them open. or like he opened a doorway and it was a collapsed tunnel, and so it was just a lot of that so far has been met with a lot of things, and the areas that he has been to have a lot of graffiti markings and like words written out on the wall that are just phrases and things he's heard Bobby and Karina and Alexa say that he thinks sounded funny, so he just put them up there.
Mm.
So yeah, those are the three paths basically that like Roz has worked out. And like as Roz is like moving Bobby through this whole sewer complex, I mean, the floor is wet, it's damp, it smells terrible, the walls are wet, the metal pipes are leaking. There are like gusts of like little bursts of heat that are coming out from the heat sinks below the sewers through cracks in the floor and cracks in the walls from the lava flow. Um, there is a lot of stuff that got left behind from the Bebops. Like there's just like children's toys that are like scattered and like laying on the floor, like laying face up in the water. There's like bags of clothing that they left behind. There's old like piles of rotted food. Like the security soldiers came in and cleared the people out, but like they didn't take any of their shit. They just left all of their junk behind. And Bobby is looking around and seeing this path that they've taken through, and they move through the central chamber and see that like this was the area that there was like this crude statue built by the Bebops for Goldie, because they were like essentially worshiping her as this like savior of orphans.
This is where Darren almost got killed by the Bebops because he just wouldn't chill out. He was so furious and so angry because of getting captured that it was hard to talk him down. I was worried that he was going to get himself killed. I had to beg them to save him after this guy named the Thunt shot him in the chest, or it hit an artery, and he looked like he was fading. And Darren looked at me and like he said, "Don't worry," and I couldn't stop. I wish I could have done more to ease the rage. He was They were trying to convert us. They wanted us to join them. And at the time, it didn't feel like that bad of an idea because they were just normal kids.
Yeah, Darren seemed to fit in pretty well then.
I mean, I guess he didn't fit in at all here. Like they were like on opposite sides, and they were extremists. There was no talking to them. Goldie, and Rez gestures to the statue. She gave us a chance. She talked about the good she saw in us while we were at the Assassin's Academy, and and Darren basically said, "Bite me," and that's when he got shot. And then I started screaming at them to save him, and one of the more normal ones came over and patched him up, and they started to talk about bringing us on and saving us and giving us a chance. And Darren eventually agreed that may be the best route. And but then everything went ape shit. Like all of a sudden there was gunfire and people were dying, and they were moving as a pack and having to fight. And I guess you guys showed up, and so they
So
dragged us to the area where Nux eventually leapt off to his doom when Gorvin Haas gave us an ultimatum of either we kill them or he takes away everything that makes our lives comfortable right now. So it was a little traumatic, but it's been kind of fun being down here and looking through all the stuff and seeing all the things. They had like children down here. It was all orphans. They were all just like us, people who were separated from their families.
Karina made the choice to like let Haas kill 4 of them.
Yeah.
So how many survived?
I think the three or four lieutenants, and then the children. A lot of the children survived, but they were sent to the new assassin training facility. A good chunk got marched to the jungle, and then the rest were sent to training to become us, essentially. But they also it seems weird because with as hostile as they were towards us, they gave me and Darren this, and like on the inside of his coat, he has his medals, and he has the gold one and the onyx one, and the onyx one is one that was just given to him and Darren.
Yeah, and that is what gave them like access to the murder bunker.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you guys finally get to the last area that Roz hasn't explored. He finds that there's like at the end of this sort of like little alcove hallway, there's a hole in the floor with a ladder that leads down. And like following the ladder down, you guys find that there's essentially sort of like a waste processing area beneath where the sewers were. It's not like to go all the way down to the magma. Like there's the heat sink, but the heat sink is like 300 feet above the lava. You guys are probably only like 15 feet below, so you're still like 285 feet above the lava.
Okay, and we both have our masks on right now, filtering out any poisonous toxins, right?
The sound suit mask and then the demon mask.
Yeah.
As you guys are walking down, I mean, you see that like this part of the sewer, like it's not processing anymore. This is a dead area. So all of this like green liquidy human waste sludge that would have been moving is now stagnant and has probably been stagnant for roughly at least 50 years. It's disgusting. Like this is easily the most disgusting place you've ever seen or been in your entire life. And as you guys come down, you know, you're walking forward and you kind of come down this hallway, and as you get to this point in the hallway, you see that there's a room that like leads off to your left, but then as the hallway continues, it opens up into this sort of just massive pool of human excrement.
What do you think about this?
I wonder if there's a manual control system to actually start this back up again. This is gross.
Yeah, doesn't seem very good to just have this stuff sitting down here and not doing anything.
This is going to be a big problem for the city.
Vasily even cares about this?
I'm sure he does. He gets angry when we kill the residents. So if this kills a bunch of residents because of sepsis and shit, then we should probably try to manually override it. Maybe if it drains a bit, we could find another tunnel. This has to go somewhere. Let's see if there's a control. There's a room back there. Let's see if maybe there's panels or any kind of override. It's gonna be manual. It's not gonna be electronic. Everything's barely working down here.
So as you guys walk in, you see like a bunch of old pipes running along the wall. They go down into the ground. There's a bunch of different pieces of duct tape wrapped around the pipes. You see, you know, leakings of brown water. There's like a whole like stain of brown water on the concrete wall, like where the pipes are, like in this big like Christmas tree angle, basically going down to the ground. And then in front of you, there's this sort of like big old, maybe 10 by 10 sort of tan machine. And it looks like it's a trash compactor. It looks like basically this is where if stuff got flushed down industrial drains, like not toilets, but like the trash that gets filtered through streets down into like the drains and stuff, like basically all of that physical trash would get collected in this little river here this river of shit that runs out to like the larger pool of shit, and they would take those items and bring them back in here and burn them in the incinerator.
Okay, so it's just gotten clogged full of that shit.
Do you think if we get it back on, it'll even work?
I think so.
There's so much shit backed up here. It's almost like...
I think if a large portion of it gets drained out, this could be fully functional, and it'll have time to recollect, but at least it won't be as bad as it is now. It looks like it's at its tipping point.
Yeah.
I can't even paint in here. This is gross. I can't wait till I can paint in here.
You don't want this backing up to where you do paint either.
No, I don't want poop flooding the rest of the base of operations. This is
Poop and
the
paint don't mix, man.
this is the Nux and Darren Memorial hallway. It can't be filled with shit. Did we see this other path to the right? Is that not there?
Yeah, you can see it's dark. It's dark. Like the lights aren't on. So,
I have a shoulder light.
yeah. You can see it with the shoulder light.
So I turn on my lamp and
So you see that like across the like hallway, the central hallway of shit, essentially there's another pathway which you have basically like two choices to get to. Either you leap across the river of shit or you walk all the way back around to the entrance where you guys climb down and then hop over that yellow railing.
I think we should be cautious, dude. I don't want to fall in the shit and get sick.
That's true. I don't want to get landed poop. Part of me wanted to jump it though because I feel like
You should
I
jump
could
it.
do like a sick.
What about the? Oh, wait a minute. What about with the crumbler? You could jump it with the crumbler, maybe.
Oh yeah, let's try them. We haven't tried using them yet.
Yeah, you would have to switch masks. You can't wear both at the same time. It's either a crumbler or a helmet because they're both helmets.
Oh.
It'd be dangerous to take them off, I guess.
Let's just walk around the side.
Okay.
Maybe when it smells less like poop.
Different opportunity.
Different opportunity. I have an aerosol mask if you want to wear that while wearing the Crumbler helmet.
So as you guys walk back around to the beginning, roll a mobility to leap over this.
We could still eat shit and fall in the...
Roll a mobility to leap over this yellow railing. As you guys enter this second right hallway, you see that there's a bunch of like cots lining the walls. Like they've been lifted up. Like they've got wheels on the bottom, like little beds. But they've been all pushed up. There's three different cots like pushed up against the wall on the right-hand side. They're all dirty as shit. Like you see there are like cockroaches and spiders. There's tons of different bugs just like scurrying around. Like anytime Raz's like shoulder light hits a bug or a swarm of bugs even, it's like...
There's a part.
Raz, who is sleeping down here, dude?
I don't know, but that would be fucking gnarly.
Sleeping in doo-doo.
And as you get up here to the end of the hallway, it cuts left, and you see that there's like a big painting wall, or a big painting on the wall, the white lettering and numbers that's like faded after a very, very, very long time that says Subsewer 2-4.
Oh. Raz like takes out a piece of paper and writes down on a little map that he had started that he needs to finish when they get home for this new area.
Okay.
He's just trying to map it out so that he knows which paths he's already taken.
Ooh,
There's 4 sub-sewers? This is great. I haven't seen many markings that tell me exactly what city plans and grids I need to be looking at. This is the first time I've actually seen one.
So I think, can I roll an observation to look in the next room?
Yeah. So as Bobby steps into this doorway here to the room on the left, there's like 11 steel barrels running along the left-hand side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of the barrels are lidded. 2 of the barrels have no lids. On the right side of the room, there are 4 different computer panels and a clock-in meter for which clearly this is pre-sliver technology, and they were using actual punch-in meters. And then on the floor, like this shit's old. This is probably over 100 years. And then on the floor, there is a washing machine, like an old washing machine that is partially filled with like 100-year-old sewer jumpsuits, like of the people that used to work down here. It smells worse in here than it does in the rest of the sewers.
Oh God, are there dead bodies in here? Is that what the smell is?
I don't know. We could open one of the lids.
That'd be like super, super dead by this point.
I don't know. We had that creature that kept coming back to life. They could be zombies.
What could possibly be in these barrels?
Can I do a comtech on the? Would it be heavy machinery or comtech to utilize?
I'd say it's heavy machinery.
Okay, he's gonna go up to the panels and try to see if flipping any switch or any like if there's any main circuit breakers in there.
Yeah,
to-
when he gets up to the panels, he sees that like the one to the farthest left is a circuit breaker box.
Okay, he's gonna try to access it and open and turn things on.
Okay.
So I'm going to heavy machinery.
All right. So as Roz starts flipping switches in the security box, you guys start hearing like and like lights start coming on in hallways and stuff around. So like you guys now have the whole area lit, and as the light turns on in this room, you see that like the floor of this room is just like covered in like sticky dried blood.
Oh no! What did you do, Bobby?
I don't feel too good about this.
Well, we have to check if what's in the barrels.
Are you sure you want to get into this, man?
I feel like if this is a serial killer's hideout, it might be good to know before we get serial killed.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try to open one of the containers.
All right. How?
Like, how are they welded shut? Or are they affixed shut? I could see
They're just
that
affixed
open.
shut.
I have the shovel. Like maybe we could pry one open with the shovel or
There you
something.
Yeah, we could try to pop it open like it's a crowbar.
Roll a strength check.
I'll stand back.
Ah,
I'm gonna stand away from whatever could be popping.
Bobby tries, but he can't get it.
As we're looking at, can I observe the lids to see if there's like one of those like metal brackets that you push down? That
Yeah,
like,
roll observation.
seals it?
Roz does see a metal bracket. That's why you guys can't pop the lid.
Ah, Raz goes and pulls the metal bracket.
All right, so he pops it. Like it takes a couple seconds, but he gets it open. And then as they like the second that the lid comes off of that thing, you guys are gonna both need to roll survival.
Oh no!
oh.
What did we do? Do we get a bonus with our masks?
Yeah, I'll give you a +1.
+1. Okay. Better than nothing.
So even with the masks on, the stench is so bad that like both of your stomachs curdle and like both of you almost puke. And you see that inside of this barrel, I mean, it is filled to the brim with shit. But also there's just blood throughout the whole thing, and you see like human bones inside, and like kind of like sticking up out of it just a little bit are like two little infant fingers.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Oh no! What the Dude, this went from a very calm night of solving
It's like a voodoo
to
cauldron.
finding out children have been murdered and put in barrels.
Like the guy who
Why
did
is
this.
nothing good in this
The
game.
guy who did this is already dead. You guys Aaron killed him.
Aaron killed them?
Yeah, remember out in the jungle?
Yeah.
The guy who did this is the guy who tackled
Oh, the
Aaron
infant
in-
fingers.
Yeah, infant fingers. The guy that waved at Roz. Come on.
Oh, this was his domain. Okay. Well, it's really kismet that I found his fucking hiding spot. I tried to steal it.
Whose shit is in the barrel? That's what I need to know.
He may have just packed it with the liquid around here to clear it up a little. All right, I'm
Yeah.
gonna try to seal this closed.
Dude, it's really funny. Like, I was talking to Haley the other day, and I was like, I think I'm going too hard on like the baby brutality. Like, I think that there's too many instances of me using babies for horror moments. Because like I was listening back to the like origins of all the kids. That's what it was, like what their parents were, and like Like three of the four are like something to do with like really fucked up kid shit, and I was like, I'm gonna tone it back on the kid stuff, and then
And
like
then you go into our,
immediately
you go
we're
into our
like
solo night and go
barrels of shit and baby fingers, baby.
barrels of baby shit. So, well, that solves a mystery. Like we could report this to Vasily
That's
later.
a big win.
But Bobby, we should steal this fucking thing. It smells awful.
We did not tell them about the circumstances
I'm sorry, kid.
surrounding the.
Well, I mean, they know I'm down here.
They are like, ever since Darren got kicked out in the jungle, your slivers are being monitored 24 hours a day. Like there's people actively watching you guys right now. They know
Yeah,
where
right.
you are.
I meant more. We need to not let the parents know we found their kids' bodies in piles of shit.
Yeah, no, I mean, finding
That's
the
what-
bodies is one thing. I just feel bad. Let's close. Can I close it back up?
Well, that's also not y'all's responsibility. Like, if you tell Vasily and Alexei about this at all, then somebody else will.
It's up to them. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's some police chief that's like, finally, we could close out these missing kids.
I wouldn't send two 14-year-olds to be like, we found your dead babies.
Ma'am, we found your dead babies.
Yeah.
They were in shit. I forgot that I had set up a scanner on my fucking wrist.
Mhm.
My sliver can scan stuff and create 3D models, I guess.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna scan the hallway now that it's lit up, so that the scan can read what's happening. So I'm scanning this area to add to a 3D map.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that makes sense.
Stepping out, I'm gonna go back towards those beds because I want to see if there's anything that we missed because it wasn't lit up.
As you move all the beds to the side, you see that like it's just a regular wall. They probably were doing this just to make space.
Okay. I'll go the opposite direction. With all the power on, do we hear like any of the...
It's not that all the power's on, it's just that the lights are currently on.
Okay, the lights
So
have turned
like
on.
the sludge is not moving.
Okay, so we have to find another switch. This has turned into a puzzle game. This is perfect.
Yeah.
I love puzzle games. So,
There's still 3 other boxes on the wall. That was just one.
Oh.
Yeah.
oh yeah, then let's... I was trying to get out of the dead baby room. So, like, I'm going to go... I guess we go back in there. Is there any writing? Can I observe to see if there's any writing or
You
anything?
do, but it's all in Russian.
So, like, I don't think Raz has, like, a deep understanding of Russian or different languages. Like, he had been there for, like, a year.
Yeah.
So he very much was going through the basic trainings and going through combat training and how to use computer tech.
He had just started.
He mostly his stuff was mostly geared towards infiltration and close-up assaults was, I think, how they trained Raz based on what they knew about his upbringing. That he was a sneaky kid, not a poison kid.
What about Bobby?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Can Bobby read Russian?
I don't feel like Bobby would be that into languages either.
I don't
like,
think so. I think that's more of a Karina thing.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I kind of feel like we just need to guess.
Okay.
There's only so many things. Nothing is working, right? So through process of elimination, we should be able to figure something out. I think.
Can I try to use my sliver to scan the writing to see if it
Yes.
will translate it for me?
Ooh,
That's smart. There you go.
All right, I'm gonna do that.
So as you're scanning it, you see that like the sliver reads the lettering and then like reproduces it in a holographic English, like in the air in front of the actual word. And you see that the box all the way to the left, which is currently closed, reads main thoroughfare slough vent.
Oh,
I feel like that's the one we need. I don't know what
main
slew
thoroughfare poo.
I don't know.
vent.
I don't know what main thoroughfare. I guess main thoroughfare means main road. And slough, I'm assuming, is a nice term for this dog shit infested place.
This one. This sewer only collected the dog shit from Odessa. None of it's human shit.
It's all dog shit. It's all the special receptacles for all these people who have too many dogs.
That's why
Oh
they
my
forgot
God.
about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to open that door.
All right, so when you open that door, you see that the lever is broken on the inside. It's like a pump lever, like in fucking Jurassic Park, and you see that like part of the lever is like broken, and there's some like wires dangling out at the bottom.
Could we bridge it with a stun baton somehow?
Yeah, like what if you fucking like tie the two wires back together and then like shoot it with the stun pistol?
Yeah, I think that'd be great. Let's try that.
Oh God.
So describe
These
what
two arcing electrical wires to grab onto, and what would that be? Would that be a heavy machinery again?
Yes, definitely. And like describe what you're doing.
I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna use my obsidian knife to strip a little bit of the rubber off of the wiring edge so that it can be twisted together.
Okay.
Because it has like, I'm assuming it has like a plastic. It's dipped in like a rubber or something to hide the exposed wire.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna try to twist it together. By in his machinery classes, because that's the one he's doing. He saw that his teacher, instead of just twisting it next to each other, takes the frayed wires and pushes them into each other so that they're creating like a clasp across the front, and then twists it so that they're already bound within each other to make a stronger bind.
Okay.
So he's going to try to do that, and then stitch it together and leave room for Bobby to shoot it with hit it with the stun baton or the electrostatic pistol.
Okay, so go ahead and I guess roll a close combat with your pistol.
Well,
Nice.
I'm going to let go of the wire before I get shot.
Yeah.
I land in the sludge. He just starts crying. That's the end of the game. It's just Raz crying. It ends with Raz going, "Fuck Darren," and then just leaving. And that's it. Not Darren, I was trying to find you the whole time. But then I stepped in shit.
One time.
One time, and that was too much.
So after you do all that and you like spark the charge with the gun, you see that like two little blinking green lights at the top of the box are like bing, and they flicker for a second and then they go solid.
We're way out of our depths. I think Raz is assuming it's probably working based on the light flickering on, but it's 100-year-old technology that he's not quite sure. His dad used to tell him everything made nowadays is shit, and everything made back in the day was built to last. But that's
obviously not true.
That's not true.
Yeah, you don't find any like replacement levers.
Okay. I don't know if I have tape.
Sorry, I'm really confused why we need the lever. I thought the whole point was just wiring everything up.
Once it's powered up, because it wasn't having any power run to it. The lever, I think you have to. Don't you have to pump it so that it can turn on? Because right now it has a charge, so now we have to turn it on.
I see.
So our hands are pretty small. How much of the lever is left? Is it snapped really close to the inside, or could I use my hand and like just sort of grip it?
Roz has tiny hands.
Yeah.
Roz might be able to do it.
Okay. Raz is gonna try to grip the pump and just push into it, and if he takes damage doing so, it happens because he's grabbing a broken.
Yeah.
Thing. So is that a close combat?
Yeah, I'll say it's a strength.
It's just strength.
Yeah.
Damn it! It's not heavy machinery.
No, because you're just pushing something.
All right, let's.
The heavy machinery part's already done. Like, you succeeded at it.
I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna
Okay.
stress.
So
strain.
Bobby's watching Roz struggle. Roz is like pushing.
Yeah,
this
can I
thing.
give him a +1?
Well, but he failed 2 times in a row, so Bobby can try
No.
if he wants.
I didn't know that he was gonna give me a +1.
Well, you can now give Bobby a +1.
Okay, yeah, I'll give Bobby a +1. You've got this, man.
I thought my hands weren't big enough.
His hands are not big enough. They're just like.
Do we have the Mega
super
Sonic
tiny.
glove?
No. Like, your hands are like too big. Like, your hands are a little bit.
Oh, too big is what I meant to say.
Yeah, they're like this big. Bobby was born with like a congenital defect where his hands are like this big. So you can still try. I'll still give you the chance to try.
All right, I'm cheering you on, and I'm like, it wasn't working when I was trying to like lift it straight up. So you may have to like pull and then push. I don't know.
Got it.
Yes.
Bobby successfully like pops it up, and all of a sudden you hear like a from somewhere in the sewers like gung, 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 and then like it's just like and there's an explosion, and then all of a sudden like all of the shit lights on fire.
Oh no!
Oh
Oh no! Nothing trap.
And it's just like whoosh, like there's just now like a lake of flames essentially.
Perfect. That's what we wanted.
Oh god.
Well, we can't see it yet because we're in a. Is there a window in this room? So we've lit this shit on fire, and we can
Literally.
just smell burning.
There's no more oxygen down here, dude. We gotta get out of here.
Yeah, you guys
we
are
have
gonna
face
pass
masks
out down
on.
here.
We have space masks on. I assume we.
No,
get
that's
oxygen.
true. That's saving grace.
I'm so glad we're wearing those. I guess now that it's working, I guess it's gonna burn up all the refuge and burn down. I thought it was gonna open.
That's what it was supposed to do. It didn't work.
Exploded. Oh.
That's why they shut this place down.
Are the other two like emergency like overrides to shut down the fire?
Roll an observation.
All right.
There is like definitely like mad smoke like filling the hallway and the room and everything. And you do see that there is a I guess it would be like an emergency sprinkler system, I guess.
I want to flood the fucking area, like with shit and fire,
Flaming diarrhea.
fiery shit flooding the area. There's no like there's the main thoroughfare. There's no secondary thoroughfare. Emergency like.
Dude, think of what could happen if we
This is
vent
it.
all of this flaming shit. Seems risky.
Yeah.
Not our problem. Boop. All the shit just.
We run away. I don't want to burn
I don't-
down my hideout. What does the second one say? Does it? Because there's two.
It holds a bunch of like keys.
Oh, I'm gonna open that one. I'm gonna gather all the keys.
Okay.
Do they have numbers or names or anything on them?
Yeah, but it's all in Russian.
Perfect. I'll scan them when I can I scan them before I take them down to see if there are any keys that sound of interest?
Yeah, but there's nothing that like pings you're not like I know what this goes to.
Okay, cool. So I have a bunch of keys now. Sewer system of keys. I guess the fire will burn out after it's burned all the refuse, which may help solve the problem.
Won't be such a stinky habitat anymore.
It'll smell awful for a minute, though.
Yeah, that's true.
What do you think we should do?
I have no clue what's happening right now, dude. I feel like if we can't vent all of the shit, then what are we still doing down here? Do you want to go up the stairs that are over there, or?
Yeah, I figure we'll go up the stairs and just let the fire continue burning.
Yeah, for sure.
We haven't searched the left side of the hallway, so we're gonna go that direction. We're hoping the fire burns away, because they were using fire to incinerate the garbage too, so we're hoping the fire burns off a lot of the garbage then we go out and I guess now we see the lake of flames.
Yeah, so like as you guys come back down that hallway with all the mattresses pushed up against the wall, like immediately you see that like central hallway of shit is just on fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk towards the giant lake of fire.
It is very warm, and as you guys walk out into the main area, I mean, you see that like this whole area is just burning, and there is enough shit that it is not gonna stop burning anytime soon. Like,
Okay, that's fine.
I think we need to get the fuck out of here.
It's very hot. You guys are starting to sweat. There's a lot of smoke in the air because there's no windows or ventilation. Like the smoke is like getting denser and darker and thicker, and it's harder and harder to see.
From my current vantage point, there's like a tunnel that turns up like to our left.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to go that direction.
Roz hops over.
I'm gonna hop the fire.
Roll a mobility -3.
Mobility -3?
Yes.
Can I do it with my rollerblades?
Yes.
This is where I die. And it's like we have to retcon
In the flaming poop.
Dude, damn it.
Whatever.
Damn it. I wanted you to follow that shit so bad. All right. So Bobby watches as like Roz comes down these stairs and like bursts his rollerblades and like launches just very easily over to the other side here.
And with my extra, I give Bobby an instant success if he wants to follow me.
Yeah, so like Bobby with Roz's help leaps over and neither of them fall into the flaming river of shit.
Okay, sweet. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. And as we're moving, I'm gonna make a little blue mark along the wall edge with an arrow pointing, both to relieve my stress and to mark the path I took.
Okay. So then as you guys come around to this like left side hallway, you come around and follow the path down. There's like a railing that keeps you from falling in. And then when you get all the way down here at the end, you see that essentially, much like this grate right here, there are two other larger grates, and the fiery shit is like impacted against most of it. And like there's just like a wall of like impacted shit. Like it should be flowing out through this thing, but it's not because it's all like.
Oh.
But then also like you can like look through like the top area that's not like fully blocked and see that like you're looking into the big open area of the heat sink. So like the like platform that Nux died from is like above you like you can like look out and like see the platform like above, so like this thing is basically beneath that. And then like so basically what's happening is that all of this was just getting dumped into the lava.
Oh, okay, cool. They were just throwing all their shit into the lava, which makes sense as a ready source of burning. Do either of them look like they've become because they've had less, they haven't been serving their function in a while, that they look loose or could be accessed?
Well, fire is kind of like hardening it.
Okay, it's not breaking up any connection on the side, like when
Not really. You could try to figure out like how to get some kind of like extended tool to like maybe do that.
I mean, I have an entrenching spade. I don't know, like I feel like I could turn it, like I could slide it in and then turn it and then using the handle pull backwards. Well, I mean, are all of them blocked with shit or because there's 3?
Those are the only ones that. Well, the third one is an overflow valve. You see how it's above.
Mm-hmm.
So that one is. Yeah, you get what I'm saying.
So that one isn't overflown.
No, these are the.
Then I'm gonna do it on that one, the one that is not overflown.
What are you trying to do on that?
I'm gonna try to open it so I can get through there.
Well, that goes up.
Oh, that goes
so
up.
It's getting,
okay,
it's
no,
not,
then I am going to try
like
to.
Shit's getting dumped down through that into the thing, into the lake.
Okay. Yeah.
And
this is gonna be gross.
It's normally goes to the right to get dumped out into the magma, but to the left, this big pond here that you see, that's the overflow area, and it's all overflowed.
Okay, yeah, then I'm going to try to open it up so that it flows out into the magma.
Do you guys have a cutting torch or anything?
No, I don't have any of that. They took all my
Um,
gear a long time ago.
I used to at one point. I don't anymore.
I think we got all that gear back, but then we sold a bunch of it.
So
Yep.
how do you guys want to try to do this?
Oh, I have grenades.
Oh my god.
All right, yeah. Like, let's get back. Let's get behind something so that we don't blow up with it.
I'm trying to follow what you guys are talking about. I'm not really understanding
So what's happened is a grate that is where all the liquid is supposed to be going is
the white one there.
the one. No, the one below. Like, we're technically down at the bottom of the page. There's a grate like that in front of us on both sides, and that's
Okay.
the path that the shit is supposed to go, and it's supposed to just shoot out the side and go off, but it has become blocked, and instead of it. And so what's happened is all the liquid shit has continued to pool in the overflow, like, giant lake over here. And that's become a lake of shit when it wasn't ever supposed to be. It was just supposed to be overflow.
Yes. All of that is true.
So, like, what we can do is we could blow open this area. That would help the liquid flow out, and all the liquid fire would shoot out, and then it would be less dangerous for us. And I get to use one of my grenades. Win-win. Do you want a grenade? There's 2 holes. All right, I'll throw out one. You throw out the other. How's that? I hand Bobby one, and I'm just gonna be like, we chuck down different paths. It'll open both holes, hopefully.
Where are we gonna run back to?
We could stand on this like the staircase with the railing back there, and that could be our throwing location. That feels fine. I'll chuck to the left side of the page. I'll chuck here.
I'll go on the right then?
Yeah.
All right. It's 3 seconds after pulling the pin and throwing it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna aim, do my ranged combat, and then in that 3 seconds I'm gonna be running backwards.
All right, let me do mine at the same time.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
All right. Roz and Bobby each pull their pins and throw their grenades.
And then run away
from turn around and run away. And like as they get up to the staircase, they hear just like boom, 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 and like the 2 grenades explode, and like the grates just all like, you know, it's 100-year-old metal, so like they're all rusted and shit, and like they explode and they fall out into the lava flow, and it's like 200 feet below, and then like all of a sudden like they see at their feet like the like flaming congealed cracked like wave of shit just start to like separate and like spill down out, and then all of a sudden once that happens it's just like a massive blast of it, and like this huge wave of shit just like from the overflow like blasts past Bobby and Roz and splashes up against the wall and like runs across their feet like all the way up to their knees, and like they're basically getting like slowly pushed by flaming. Both of you take 1 damage, but they're both getting slowly pushed back down this hallway by this overflow of like essentially like shit lava.
Awful. Just awful.
We were on solid ground, and now the flow has somehow overflowed the thing?
Yeah.
Shit happens, man.
That's what Roz says.
Yeah, Roz just says, shit happens, man. I'm sorry, I didn't think this quite through.
Well, fuck, what are we gonna do, dude? We're getting sucked out into the lava.
We have to raise ourselves up. Is there that one that's up above? Yeah, I'm gonna try to like hop up. There's also like the railing, so we could climb up the railing too.
And just hold on to it.
What is it? So Roz leaps to hold on to the thing?
Yeah.
So roll a mobility. What about Bobby?
Can I just like hold on to the railing to prevent it from sucking me out?
Yeah. Roll a strength, Brian.
All right.
So like a spider monkey, Roz just like climbs up on the railing and then like leaps off and like grabs a hold of the fucking vent across from Bobby, while Bobby just like grips onto the thing, and it's like kind of pulling him a little bit, but he's like holding on.
This is gonna take a long time. We're gonna be here for a minute, aren't we?
And like
yeah, like I guess we wait out.
You might want to like get out of the fire though, Bobby, because you did just take another damage point.
Oh, Roz is not also in the fire?
That's
No,
why
I
he's
jumped
like
up onto
on
the metal
fucking
thing. Can I
Oh,
help
he's on
him get
top.
over here? I'm gonna reach out, like, give me your hand.
Yeah.
And try to jump up there. All right, I'll do it.
Yes. So like as Roz screams for Bobby, Bobby climbs up on the top of the railing and like reaches out and grabs Roz's hand and like kind of leaps over the fiery like tunnel of sludge, and now they're both just like clinging onto the side thing, waiting for the room to clear enough for them to get the fuck out of here.
We have a literal shit adventure. It's just
And like all this because you guys came down here looking for a way to find Darren.
yeah. Oh man, this has spun a little bit out of control, but at least no one died. I mean, aside from the children in those barrels, but at
I
least no
am
one in
quite
front
burned.
of us has died.
Yeah. The flaming shit was fucked up enough to make me forget about the children, but now you reminded me, so guess we gotta do that when we get out of here.
Well, I was also thinking we may, when we get out of here, have to go get new pants. Because mine are covered in shit, and I never want and I'm going to have to wash my shoes. My poor rollerblades. We got to get you some rollerblades.
I'm not really a rollerblades dude. I think I'm more of a skateboard dude.
Oh, do we get you do they have hoverboards in this city?
You gotta have hoverboards somewhere.
Right? I feel like that would have been the first thing people put their minds towards to making hover technology real.
Yeah, agreed.
Honestly, I didn't realize how useful my heavy machinery classes were going to be. This is already paying off. How about your classes? What are you taking?
Well, I've been taking a lot of like martial arts classes, and I've also been taking a little bit of piloting. I don't know. I haven't really gotten to use the piloting a whole lot, so trying to like focus more on healing and that sort of thing.
You're becoming a medic?
Yeah, I feel like after I got stabbed, I felt like I didn't want that to happen to anyone else, and so I'm just trying to make sure that someone like in our assassin group can take care of everybody.
Well, that's really good. I didn't do any of that. I just wanted to fix machines. It's kind of working. I mean, we did blow up a grate, so.
Yeah, I mean, we tried to turn the river thing back on to deal with all this stuff down here, and sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some.
Luckily, I think I don't know, what do you think of, are you worried that they're going to make us just become the same kids we were about to become when we left the last assassin place?
I don't think so. I don't really feel like that.
I feel like
maybe if Haas was still
expect
around.
us to only fight when it's for cause now, and I kind of like that we're not just indiscriminate murderers.
Yep.
I was worried.
Yeah, it's kind of funny that like Darren went on his own to kill because he wasn't getting enough out of this, I guess. But it really seems like if this had gone in a different direction, if it were more kind of like what we had before, maybe he wouldn't have had to like go kill people.
Yeah, I think if he had made it to the classes, I don't think he realized that they were about to just put us through training and make us better at what we were already training to do.
Yeah.
Hey, Bobby, what do you think Darren's doing right now out in the jungle?
Oh, man. Yeah, I don't really like to think about it a whole lot. I feel like he's probably really struggling.
I wonder if he got onto that Frode life.
The Frode life?
The Frode life. That's what I'm calling it now. It was that like, you remember when I kept trying to break through the mental barriers in my mind last mission? that we were all on together. That
Is
stuff
that what
was
you're
wild.
calling it?
Yeah, it's all being part of the third life. It was the first time I actually think I started to like Karina because she got onto that third life too.
Yeah, that Froid life fucked me up, so I don't know. I was pretty much incapacitated that whole time.
I think
Maybe I'll have to try it.
maybe I hope at least if Darren's out there that he's not. I don't know. I hope he's not alone. I always worry when any of us are just by ourselves all the time because it's kind of lonely, and I've been alone before, and I don't know. It sucked.
What do you think the chances of him surviving this are?
I don't know. You should have seen Darren. He fucked shit up when me and him were just running around fighting the Bebops. I think he's probably gonna be fine, but I want to get him out of there as soon as possible. Because if
Yeah.
we leave him hanging for much longer, he's just gonna spin out of control. He was already doing that here. Can you imagine? What if he runs into the Bebops that were released out there?
Do you
Like-
think he'll even want to come back though after being exiled? Like,
I don't know, but like my plan wasn't ever to have him come back and rejoin Vasily. It was to have him come back and then build a pathway for him to escape the planet.
yeah,
It
okay,
was more about getting him to freedom where he wasn't having to fight for his life every step of the way and could become the person that he wanted to be. He said he wanted to be a concert pianist, and he gave
What?
up on that dream. He said that he said we're never going to be artists. We're never going to be smash ball players. We're never going to be pianists. Those are all pipe dreams.
Wow.
It was like he was giving up. And I think if he had an option to become what he wanted to become the man he always envisioned himself to be, and not just a murderer, but be someone who creates good and puts it out into the world, I think he'd be much happier. I don't know if he had an outlet that wasn't killing.
Yeah, he's never really had that here, I guess.
I don't know if I don't think he has. I feel bad saying it out loud, but I don't know if he was ever mentally able to handle the repercussions of taking life. Because I've been able to compartmentalize, which has made me creepier to everyone around me. But it's not easy. Like, I don't like being good at killing people. I just think certain people take to it better, and for some people it becomes an addiction. Like, it's something that they strive for. And Darren, it was becoming an addiction. And I'd rather he found an addiction in something that doesn't take things away, but gives it back to the world.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to
Well,
do. I try to balance everything by making as much art and trying to chronicle every individual moment, you know?
yeah.
How do you feel about
Are we basically saying maybe it's better for him to be in the jungle then?
No, I'm saying that we get him off the planet where he's not having to fight. I feel like the jungle is just going to exacerbate that. It's a bunch of murderers that were thrown out there and monsters. Like, he's only fighting in the jungle. Like, he's fighting to survive.
Yeah.
I think if we gave him an out where he could go join a different city, be at a different place, live a life that he chooses, then he'd be much happier and be able to do much more. I just don't want him to have to fight anymore. He's good at it, but he's not good because of it.
Yeah, I mean, if we get him back here, he's going to have to fight no matter what. So,
I mean, that's why we get him out. We get him back and get him out. And once we clear this overflow, I mean, maybe there's a bed back there. We could probably bring a clean one down. set him up with a house down here till we find a way to get him off the planet.
You're just like hiding him in like the shit pipes.
In the shit room.
I mean, nobody would look
Yeah.
down here. Nobody would look down here.
No one has looked down
Yeah,
here.
exactly. I mean, except for that fucking serial killer.
I mean, that's probably why he used this area as his serial killer spot.
Yep,
And he was probably just plucking the Bebop children.
he was.
Ah, that son
Well,
of a bitch.
Let's not tell Darren about that.
Well, yeah, I'm
if we
hoping
ever
that
get him down here.
if we phone that in, then we can have them clear up the area, and then it'll all be functional again.
After a while, the river of magma shit has died down enough that it's sort of gone back down into its main slough, and is continuing to move at a pretty solid pace. You guys definitely could get out of here at this point if you wanted.
Okay, I'm gonna head down the path towards the lava room area. I didn't know that there were secondary levels before, and now that we know, not that direction, towards the way we just slewed all the garbage.
Oh, down here.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to observe the giant lava area to see if there are other levels.
It's hard to. It's so far down, and like it's so bright at the bottom that you really can't see much. Like all of the walls are all.
Are we directly under the last one? Like, are we directly under the balcony that they were
Yes,
throwing, or is it
yes.
in front of us?
No, it's above you. Like you look up and see the bottom of it. Like you couldn't get to it from where you are.
And with my helmet, it's not blocking any light. It doesn't have any like shielding on it to protect it from like staring at stars and sun and shit.
Well, no, but also like
I don't know. I like I'm asking because like I didn't know how it all works.
it's just too far down. Like you can't see anything down there other than like a big opening with like lava.
Okay, like it's not like I can look down the wall itself and just slowly move.
Well, even the walls, like they're just fucking big industrial pipes, like all
Okay.
the way around that like lead down, because those are vents that go up into the city that like pump warm air into the parts of the city.
Okay. I wasn't sure if there were any pathways or anything. That's
Nothing you can see.
Nothing I can see. I don't have any rope. Otherwise, I'd lower myself down.
Well, even the rope is like 60 feet, and this is over 200. So even then, you wouldn't be able to get all the way down there.
How high up is the balcony where Nux jumped?
Like 35 feet above you.
35 feet above us. Okay. I was hoping that there'd be other paths that led further down the sewers to here, because I've done most of the other areas and I haven't found a route. Maybe there's another quadrant that we could pull from. Like, and I haven't come across any doorways that are locked or anything in the last
No.
series.
Nope.
So there has to be other access points to the sewer system that I haven't found that I just got keys to.
In other areas of the city.
Yeah, in other areas of the city.
Yeah, you guys have pretty much cleared out this entire part of the sewers.
Okay. I'm gonna write on the wall. Dead end. Dead end. Next step. Next step. Keep searching other tunnels to find Darren. Hopefully, ones that aren't filled with shit.
So Bobby watches Roz write, dead end, next step, hopefully find tunnels that aren't filled with shit. On the wall.
And then next to it, I'm just gonna draw a picture of me and Bobby, like as like little doodles, and it just says, "We're coming, Darren."
Nice.
And yeah, uh, yeah, and that's then I guess make our way out of this series of pipelines with everything down. Has this water level dropped drastically?
Not much. I mean, maybe like 8 feet out of like 50.
That's almost double my height. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, I guess we continue our way out unless you wanted to stay in here. Bobby.
No, I think we should go.
All right. Yeah, and then I take him to the murder bunker.
Oh my god.
After you guys leave the sewers, Roz leads Bobby out of the junkyard, through the construction site, up onto the road, and then roughly about 15 minutes later to an opposite side of Low City, and like basically like walks him up towards this big factory, this big warehouse that is essentially like empty, and there's a chain link fence around it, and Roz kind of opens up an area and like lets you in, and you just walk into the factory, and then there's this elevator in the factory, and the elevator goes down, or the elevator has an eye scanner and a hand scanner, and Bobby watches
Ooh.
as Roz walks over and like puts his hand on the scanner and like puts his eye up in it, and then it scans his eye, and the elevator like comes to life and like descends down underneath the factory. And as it's doing that, like a sealed metal gate like slides over to like close above the elevator to like just look like regular flooring. And eventually when you get down 2 or 3 floors and the elevator opens up, the door slides open and you guys walk into this like fucking little bunker. And it's this like white marble stone bunker, and you see along the walls are basically every kind of gun that you could possibly imagine. There's rocket launchers, there's flamethrowers, there's assault rifles, there's handguns. You see buckets and buckets and buckets of different kinds of ammunition. There are lockers, there are shelving units, there is a sink, there is a small bathroom, there is 2 bunk beds, there's a computer station, and like all around, mostly all around, he hasn't completely finished it yet, are paintings.
And so the paintings are like just chronicle like the Amber goblins, the like nuclear goblin that we fought. It has like images of you and Karina and Darren and then Raz, and then the Bebops. It has Goldie. It basically has everything. I think the last time he was out here was shortly after our Frode battle.
The last time he was out here was the day Darren got exiled when he came to look for Haas's address.
Okay, yeah. So like he had chronicled the Frode exploits as well, and the serial killers that we had killed, and that we had defeated in our missions together. He drew one of like where it's just Darren peeking on Karina, like as she was going to like the river for some
In the
reason.
river.
That's still what he believes happened. And yeah, that, and then all the guns and stuff, and some of the ammunition boxes and ammo have paint on them, like just because he's not the cleanliest, and he also like he doesn't really use guns that often, so he mostly has his dagger because he's a close combat guy.
Yeah, I can't believe you have this. What is this?
Oh, Commander Haas gave it to us. It's an area that me and Darren were supposed to be like a mini assassin team within the assassin team. We were supposed to handle domestic disturbances using this area as our base of operations, but then Darren got immediately kicked off the fucking city, so it's just been mine. But I don't know, with school and everything and mapping out the tunnels, I haven't really had much time to do any of that, and it doesn't seem like a one-person job. So I just
Does Karina know about this?
no, it's just me and Darren, the obsidian metal guys, and then he flashes his obsidian metal again, like just to be like, you know, because we're good.
Damn, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's I think Commander Haas had a lot in mind for us, and I think he was supposed to be leading us, but he got killed on his mission, and then Darren got thrown out. So I have access to this place, but I don't really know what I'm supposed to do here. There's just so many weapons, and I don't really understand why I would need this many guns.
Mm.
But we do have extra clothes. And so he runs over, and there's just one of the lockers probably has
Oh, definitely.
duplicates of the pants that Raz wears. And he just throws he changes out of his shit burnt pants and puts on a new set of jeans, and he's like, that's much better. My legs were feeling grody.
Do you guys take your helmets off?
Yeah, Raz does.
Yeah.
He sets it on the table.
Yeah, I'll take mine off.
I guess I had to take it off anyway because I did the eye
Oh
scanner.
yeah. Well, the shield popped up.
Okay.
So, what are you guys doing here?
I was showing him this. I came to get replacements for my grenades as well. So I like load up on my grenades. I get two more to replace the two I used.
Is there any weapons that Bobby wants to take a look at while he's here?
Yeah, I'm not really interested in guns though. Are there any close combat weapons?
There's a whole rack of stun batons. It's all the stun batons that you guys had from the school. This is where all that shit came.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, man. Okay. There's nothing like more OP than a stun baton, or the fucking shovel I have.
I'm gonna upload my scans of the sewer system that I had been taking, so I could map out. And then I had digital maps from past from archaic sewer maps from before that I'm just trying to overlay it on top of to see how much I have left to search with this one quadrant.
And as he's doing that, you basically see that you've got 65% left.
This is gonna take forever.
And Bobby at this point is sort of sitting nearby on the bunk bed, just watching Roz type away on the computer.
Did you want to do a sewer run in a couple weeks again? Try to find another path.
Yeah.
Not this one. Oh, while I'm here on this secure network, I'm gonna send an email saying that we found the victims of the serial killer and
the baby guy
location.
To Alexei?
Yeah, to Alexei.
Yeah, he's gonna be really happy about that.
And then also tell him that me and Bobby cleared the sewage blockage that was starting to become detrimental to everyone in Lower City.
Big plus points for you guys on that one. They're gonna be really happy about that. Really, really good job on that one.
Oh, you know what's really fun? You don't need any real skill to start an area with a block of color. Do you wanna throw my paint grenade around?
You have a paint grenade?
Yeah, I have a paint grenade.
What?
He has multiple paint grenades.
Yeah,
how does that work?
Well, they're reusable. What they do is they're aerosol bombs, and they spray the paint in a sphere like a cloud, and it blocks areas, and that's how I blocked out a lot of these areas. And looking at the walls, you can see that there are segments where it's all one color, and then the other colors are painted on top of it, like it's a blocking out of the canvas.
Nice. Yeah, I'll block out some
choose a color.
Bobby's kind of sad today, right? Because I have the depression, so I'm gonna pick a really dark greenish blue, kind of.
All right.
Which wall in here have you not painted?
I haven't painted the center of the room, the main the middle. Let's fill it up.
All right, cool. How does the paint grenade work though? I have to put.
You just
Are they already
chuck it
loaded
into the-
up or?
you press the button, and then just like a grenade, you chuck it, and then where it lands, it'll spray the area, and then we can paint on top of it, and we could just remind people this is where Darren exists, and we're gonna
Okay.
get him back.
That sounds good. So I'll just press this button here. And how long do I have to throw it?
No, throw it now.
And it's like boom, and then like all of a sudden, like both of you are covered in like purple and like or what were the colors?
It was like bluish green, dark blue green.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
both of you are just like colored in like dark bluish green, like
I imagine it's like it was mid-air, so it got a portion of that section, and then there's just this mist framing of me and Bobby's silhouette.
yeah, from behind
Yeah.
you, and like
Yeah.
you guys are, your faces are just like green and blue, and like your hair is like stuck back.
It happens, man. That's why we got changes
Sorry.
of clothing. It's better than shit. And Raz hands Bobby a large paint marker and says, "Go to town." And I guess we draw on it. And I'm gonna write, "This place belongs to Darren too."
Up on the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. And we will wrap it on that.